Trudeau and Smith also had their names in the trends today for another reason entirely. On a visit to Alberta yesterday, the Prime Minister had some choice words for the province's government, and Smith wasted no time responding with barbs of her own.
The world is changing, and it's not a plot by Eastern bastards. It is a focus on where are the global investors coming in? What are they looking at? The world is looking at net zero right now. Alberta can be part of that, but right-wing ideology is getting in the way of Alberta's success right now.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau did not mince words when discussing Alberta's provincial government on a recent visit.
That is what is hurting oil sands workers, and they've been fooled by people who are saying, oh, no, the climate change is a liberal or a Chinese plot. You don't have to worry about it. Just keep doing things exactly as they were a decade ago, 2 decades ago.
In an appearance on Real Talk with Ryan Jesperson, Trudeau had a lot to say about Canada's oil industry and how the province of Alberta views his government's carbon tax.
It's one thing to get chirped from the right on the carbon tax. This is the left. 2 of the 3 candidates say it's time to move on from the consumer carbon tax. How does that land with you?
As I've said many times, the federal program is a backstop. If a province wants to come up with a way to price carbon in a different way and do different things with that money, as long as it's equivalent to what everyone's doing across the country, they can do that. So if a new government in Alberta wants to change the way they put a price on pollution, knock themselves out.
Those remarks caught Alberta Premier Danielle Smith's attention, and she fired back on social media.
It is going to be an exciting time for our province and for Canada, especially once we finally get a federal government that acts like a strategic partner rather than a delusional adversary.
In a post on X, Smith wrote, "We know that Albertans do not take his absurd claims seriously. However, it is sad to see this Prime Minister, like his father before him, try to use Alberta as a punching bag to win votes in other parts of the country. Instead of attacking our province, Mr. Trudeau could have informed our government about his visit to Alberta and extended an invitation to meet with me to discuss our amazing energy sector and workers." Smith also suggested Trudeau had called Albertans fools. However, in his interview, Trudeau said Albertans were getting fooled by right-wing politicians.
If the Alberta government gets out of its ideological opposition to doing things that are good for workers, good for the planet, maybe not good for classic oil sands companies, except that they're also investing massively in decarbonization and renewables. This is the dynamic that, quite frankly, Albertans are getting fooled by right-wing politicians on.
An Alberta-Ottawa working group has been meeting since last September with a stated goal of finding consensus around emissions reduction and energy development.